Thoughts are electric and feelings are magnetic. And how you think and how you feel, called a state of being, broadcasts an electromagnetic signature that influences every single atom in your life. So if you're walking around every day frustrated and suffering, thinking and feeling that way, what you're saying to that objective consciousness as a subjective creator, okay, divine intelligence, giver of life, who endorses who I'm being, I'm expressing a certain level of suffering today. So now I'm creating suffering in my life, but bringing it in a way that I least expect, that surprises me and leaves no doubt that it's come from you so I can suffer more. So that's karma. Well, karma happens every day, and because we're thinking and feeling in the same way, we keep creating the same external environment. We create that same external environment, we react in the same way of thinking and feeling. That same thinking and feeling then reinforces that same environment, and there's a tango between the outer world and the inner world, and that's called karma. Break the addiction to the emotion, change your habituations of thought and actions, change your feelings that you've memorized, and all of a sudden there is no karma. See, we're not punished for our sins, we're punished by our sins. So then the subjective consciousness, when it marries with or unifies with that objective consciousness, the only way it responds is through how we're being. So you don't pray for your prayers to be answered. You get up as if your prayers are already answered. That state of being is a level of energy that transforms every single atom in your life. The thought sends the signal out, and the feeling draws the event to you. So if you're living in a state of gratitude, what you're saying is, the event has already happened. And now, if I start thinking about when it's going to happen or how it's going to happen, I just return back to the old self. The new self would never think that way. So then, the marriage of subjective consciousness, free-willed you and I, with that objective consciousness who endorses who we are, basically how we think and feel, is a loving intelligence and intelligent love. So then, it has an electromagnetic frequency, and when you emulate it as a creator, in other words, you can't create from a guilty, lacking, selfish person. That's not the qualities of the divine. If you are going to create, you better emulate the divine. And what are the qualities of the divine? A loving intelligence and intelligent love. It's got a will that's so much greater than our will. It has a mind that's so much greater than our mind. It's got a love for life that's so much greater than our love for life. It is a consciousness. It's an awareness. It's observant of who we are. So then it has one rule. I honor free will, and I will endorse who you're being. So then when you and I connect to that intelligence by changing how we think and feel, what is the greatest ideal of ourselves? And when you move into that elegant state of being and you're in the present moment and you're feeling empowered and divine and enriched and enthusiastic, and now it's time to create. When you create from that state of being, you're emulating the observer.